Welcome to the Mindset Architect Podcast, where it's all about creating the life you want, the business you want, and making a real difference. Join us in unlocking the code to true success. And now your host, Tony Caliendo, Master Coach with ReThink Coaching.
Welcome to the Mindset Architect Podcast, episode 119. I'm Tony Caliendo, Master Coach here at ReThink Coaching, and as always, I want to acknowledge and thank you for sharing your time with me. Time really is our greatest asset, and it doesn't go unnoticed that you're willing to share your time with me. So thank you so much for being here today. And it's funny that thank you is how I open every podcast, and it really is sincere, and it leads me into what I want to talk about today, gratitude. Recently, I had a client reach out to me and express gratitude for our partnership. And that's not uncommon for me to receive a call or to express gratitude back and forth to clients. Yet this one felt different. This person took the time to express their gratitude and specific actions and specific activities that we took together in our partnership that allowed them to achieve the level of success that they wanted in their life and in their business. And it just landed different. And it caught my attention, and it made me think about the impact that gratitude can have, the gratitude advantage, and how appreciation builds relationships, loyalty, and long-term business. For me, I've been in a partnership with this client for a while. That's not changing. And yet I feel more connected to them because they were specific about what worked. And to me, that's really important. We do a lot of work with our clients, and especially those that have been partners with us for years, that it almost becomes second nature, and we're so entrenched in their business and life that it just feels normal and natural. And that moment ingrained our relationship at a deeper level. So I want you to think about a few things. Number one, think about how you show up in your business and how you share gratitude with your clients or your team or anybody else who's impacted by what you do. And think about gratitude as a strategy, not just a sentiment. So I want to make this clear from the beginning. I don't want this to appear that we're going to use gratitude in a way that's not authentic just to get ahead in business. This is how we combine gratitude with authentic gratitude in a way that it positions us differently in the eyes of our clients and those that we impact. So gratitude can be a strategy, and it can be really a strategy from just being a nicety to year-round business accelerator. Why gratitude is really more than just expressing something. To me, it's part of our thought strategy. When you express gratitude, internally, it changes your chemical makeup in your brain. And you cannot be in a negative space and express gratitude at the same time. It's impossible. You can try it. It's really impossible to allow yourself to stay in a negative headspace when you're expressing gratitude. What I know is that when we express gratitude towards others, it also has an impact on them. It has an impact that builds trust. It increases their happy hormone, the oxytocin, and it elevates the connection that you have with someone. For me, I was deeply connected to that client because of our long-term partnership. Yet that gratitude call landed differently, and it increased my trust and my connection with that client to a whole different level. Don't set gratitude or share gratitude just for transaction's sake. We talked about that, right? Share it to deepen the relationships you have. I really want you to hear this. If you have a desire to have a business or a life that is fulfilling, peaceful, joyful, and happy, being in a space of gratitude for what you have allows you to receive more. And it changes the way you look at things. I mean, we can be honest with each other, right? There are days when I think, I just don't feel like doing this. Or I'm in the wrong headspace right now to make that phone call or to take that action. So when I do lead generation, I experience a lot of the same things that a lot of my clients experience. And I may not be in the headspace. Yet when I flip it around and express gratitude for the ability to connect with people, for the ability to use it in my lead generation in a way that helps me connect with people, changes everything, changes my chemical makeup. And I promise you, it changes the energy that the receiver feels as well. So Gratitude can be a strategy, not just a sentiment, when it's done from an authentic place. Express gratitude strengthens every relationship we have. That's the number 2 thing I want to talk about. There's this ripple effect that can be felt when you express gratitude. So, unspoken appreciation creates missed opportunities for connection. I want you to hear that again. Unspoken appreciation creates missed opportunities for connection. I know there are times when I have missed an opportunity to express gratitude for someone for something they did, because to me, sometimes we're just moving forward. That's what we're here to do. We're here to achieve that goal and we're here to move forward. We're here to achieve the goal and move forward. And sometimes there's a missed opportunity to express gratitude that the client showed up and did the hard work, that the client did what they committed to, what they said they were going to do. That's impactful. And I know that in addition to that piece of it, people will remember how you made them feel, not just what you did. Okay, so you were their business associate, you're their realtor, you were their consultant, you were whatever it is that in business that you do for a client. Let's get out of just being known as that title and being known for how you made someone feel. Feels great when someone expresses gratitude to you. Why not do it to them? Sometimes it's the simplest of messages that creates an emotional anchor to you that makes it unforgettable. I will forever, every time a client and I that called me expressing that gratitude have a call together or reach a challenging time, will remember how they made me feel in that moment as their coach and as a human being. And so why aren't we doing this more often for our clients? There is a ripple effect when you change the way somebody feels, not just what title they give to you. Gratitude will 100% strengthen partnerships, friendships, mentorships, and your teams. So don't forget, if you run a team, we take it for granted sometimes that our team members are just doing their job. I am guilty of that. I am somebody who doesn't need a lot of reward for just doing my job. I just view it as that's what I'm supposed to do and I move on. And I assume a lot of people are like that. Yet if you run a team, don't forget about this ripple effect. They'll remember how you made them feel, not just who you are. So gratitude in business. Number 3, the secret to database loyalty and repeat clients is found in gratitude. It's found in expressing gratitude for the people that you have the privilege of being in partnership with or the privilege of knowing. So in, let's say, real estate or entrepreneurship, loyalty isn't built by just sending market updates. Here's what's going on in the market. Great news about the market. Great news if you're a buyer or seller. It's built through an emotional connection. It's that we forget that because we get into this mode of thinking that we need to provide and give so much data to someone to show our value, when the real value comes from how you make them feel and that emotional connection you can create with them. Appreciation keeps you top of mind. This is what we want as entrepreneurs, business leaders. For me and my coaching business and my other businesses, I want to be top of mind. I want when somebody thinks about, hey, I need a real estate coach, they call me. I think when somebody is facing a challenging problem in their life that's impacting all areas, that I am top of mind. They may not be working with me right now, or they may have worked with me in the past. Yet being top of mind is a great position to be in as an entrepreneur, business owner, and expressing appreciation goes a long way. So if you've had a transaction with somebody or they've been in your world in any capacity, for me, I've got a lot of agents and entrepreneurs that have been in my group programs or been in my one-on-one program that have moved on. It's never inappropriate to reach out to those folks and express gratitude for them. The cool thing too is this fact that the science of memory, all right? So you want to be top of mind. You want to be ingrained in your client's memory. Your client's brain will tag you differently when gratitude is part of your relationship. You will hold a different space in their world and in their brain. They don't just think of you as Tony the coach, Susie the realtor, Tom the mechanic, whatever it is. They have a different tag to you than just the title that you hold. So gratitude in business is an amazing tool to put in your toolkit when it comes from a place of sincere gratitude. Gratitude expands your influence and your referral network. That's number 4. I want you to think about this. Most of us can lose business simply because we didn't stay meaningfully connected. We send out things that people know that everybody got it. We send and post items that aren't specific or customized or made to make that person feel great. They're just these blanket emails or these blanket marketing pieces. We can actually lose business, referral business, and other business simply because we didn't stay in touch with people in a meaningful way. Gratitude is a way to be meaningful. Gratitude is a definite differentiator in a noisy, automated world. So I know I coach a lot of entrepreneurs that we have systems and we have client retention management systems, CRMs, that do a great job of staying in touch with our clients for us, right? They're in a touch program or a drip campaign or something. And I think they're great. However, I think that we need to differentiate ourselves in this technology laden world. And you can do that by simply expressing gratitude about something specific for the person that you're reaching out to. Shared appreciation makes people want to introduce you to others. It activates this is a tough word for me, reciprocity. It just does. So when you have an appreciation for someone and they have an appreciation back for you, when you create that two-way gratitude streak going back and forth, it makes them want to introduce you to other people. And that's what we want. I mean, probably the best form of flattery or gratitude a client can express to us is to trust us enough to refer us to somebody else. And in expressing gratitude for them, it can increase that. Clients most likely will refer you when they feel seen. And the unexpected doors that open when people feel valued are hard to measure. Both of those things, making a client feel seen and having doors open that we aren't even aware are closed right now, are great results of using gratitude more regularly than just during the holiday season. Number 5 thing is there's a right way to share gratitude without feeling cheesy, salesy, or forced. And that's really important. Remember, I've said this several times. It needs to feel authentic. It can't feel forced or fake or, hey, it's Thanksgiving and I'm just thankful for you. While that's great, it really is not the right way for us to share gratitude. Here's what I know to be true. If I had been sharing gratitude with my clients all year long, when I do reach out to them over Thanksgiving and connect it to the Thanksgiving holiday, for those of us in the US, it's going to feel more authentic, personal, and specific because I've done it in other situations. I've done it in other areas of their life or their business. So a couple things to keep in mind when you're expressing gratitude. If you're not comfortable with this, your tone can feel artificial. It can feel really, really fake. The words you use matter. Avoid, hey, I'm just checking in. I'm just so grateful for you. And maybe say something like, I want you to know something. When you did this, it made me feel this. When you trusted me with your business, it really made me feel good inside. I'm so grateful for thoughtful clients like you. Say it in a way that carries meaning and feels good to you. So you might have to practice this. If you haven't practiced gratitude on others, right? We've talked about practicing gratitude on ourselves, and I'm a firm believer of that. But if you haven't practiced this on others, you need to practice before you make that phone call because you do want it to sound authentic. And a way for it to sound authentic is to do exactly what that client did to me. Tie it to specific actions, activities, moments together, whatever it is. When you tie it to that, it's going to feel much more authentic and not forced. Yeah, of course, you want to make it about them and what they did for you, right? You made me feel great. Your trust in me did this. Whatever it is, you want to tie it to them. You want to use their name. So again, get away from the generic kind of cookie cutter gratitude note sent out. It's Thanksgiving and I just want to be thankful and grateful for you. Make it very, very specific. Use their name. Notice what they did. Use their name. Share the impact that it had with you and close in a warm way. So it's really simple. Notice what they did. You trusted me with your largest investment. You trusted me in buying this product. You trusted me to be your coach to get you through a challenging season, using their name and then sharing the impact, whatever that is. your willingness to do the work, your willingness to trust me, and then close warmly. I appreciate you more than you probably ever know. And I'm sorry if I haven't expressed this to you sooner. So use a 4-part formula so that you can sound more authentic in expressing gratitude. Number 6 thing is there are practical ways to integrate gratitude into your daily business flow. I think about this and I think I've fallen short on this as well. I may not know you personally, yet the fact that you are listening and trusting me and investing 20 to 30 minutes each week with me and listening to a podcast means a lot. And I probably haven't expressed that on the regular. And so for me, doing it more often, it makes sense. If I build my business based on gratitude, which releases feel good hormones for myself and the person that I'm expressing gratitude towards, what could my business look like in 12 months? Can it just be the coolest place in the world to hang out in? I mean, I love my business. And if I could elevate it even more by creating joy, happiness, and peace in what I do, simply by being and living in a space of gratitude, how freaking cool is that? So think about ways that you can integrate gratitude into your daily. You might make it a habit to reach out to one person a day that you're going to express gratitude to. It could be via text, a direct message, a video text, a video message, whatever you want to do. It can be a way that you can do this on the daily. Handwritten notes. I love getting and sending handwritten notes. I've got a couple here on my desk today, Sunday, and I was reflecting on my past week and looking at my future week. And I sat and I wrote out 5 handwritten notes. And it felt good to do it. And it also is going to, I know, feel good when the person receives it. Who doesn't love getting a handwritten note in the mail versus bills and advertisements and all other kinds of stuff? Voice memos, again, are great because you can have tonality. You can be more expressive in what you do. I always think text messaging and handwritten notes are great. However, anything you can do with your face and your voice lands the message correctly. We've all been there in a cranky mood or a frustrated mood or super busy, and somebody sends you a great text and it just doesn't land well because you're in a crummy place. So I would encourage you, if you're going to incorporate this into the daily, find a way to do it where your personal touch is felt, your voice, your face, your words, all of that. You can simply do it on special occasions, birthdays, anniversaries, whatever it is. Think about how you can make gratitude be part of your daily. It's going to impact you and it's going to impact the person that receives it. That's what I love the most about it. I get excited when I think about this, and I'm changing my business plan for 2026 based upon this one awareness that I have the opportunity to live in gratitude on the daily, and I'm not taking advantage of it. And I know when I do, my whole energy is going to change because neurologically, it's impossible to be in a negative headspace when you're expressing gratitude. And whatever I'm grateful for is great. Yet even when I express gratitude towards someone else, it lands on me differently. And I'm hoping and praying that it has the same impact on them when they receive it. I want to end with this and give you a gratitude challenge, turning appreciation into revenue producing habits. I want you to really think about this. You know, I love 30, 60, 90-day sprints. They're one of my favorite things to do. And we are really in a cool time of the year where if you haven't expressed gratitude towards someone before, this could be a great glide path into it because it is the time of year when we are all feeling a little bit more sentimental, when we're all feeling a little bit more connected. And I shouldn't say that all. I know that this is sometimes not a great time of year for some people, and be aware of that. However, it is a natural season of gratitude. This may be the time you choose to do a 30-day sprint of gratitude. And you might pick 5 people a day to send a video text to, just expressing your gratitude to them. I know I plan on doing that with my private clients because they trust me. They invest in me to guide them or to be their kind of watch post, be that lighthouse for them to identify where some opportunities are, maybe where some blind spots are. So I plan on doing that personally. So for me, I'm going to take it as a 30-day sprint and do it through the end of the year and the first part of the new year, because we can still be grateful as we start a new year to still be in business with people. And to make notes about what happens, here's what I know to be true. When I have expressed gratitude to someone, they respond. And a lot of what we do, a handwritten note or a text, sometimes we don't get a response from it. What I believe and know to be true is if you do it through the lens of gratitude, the chances of getting engagement back in a two-way exchange is greater than if we just sent a note of thanks. Make it specific, make it custom. They're going to feel the pull and they're going to feel compelled to either thank you or to express gratitude back to you. It's the coolest thing. So I'm going to invite you to do this new activity. If you're not doing it on the regular, to do a 30-day sprint and see what happens. Track the results, track the number of responses you get. We are all after, as entrepreneurs, to get into two-way conversations with our clients. This could be a cool glide path into making that happen in a different way. So share what happens to your business. I think it's going to be really cool for those of you who step into this to witness the change that it makes in how you feel. You will have different releases of hormones in your body doing this. And just the pleasure and the potential of being able to do this for a 30-day sprint gets me excited to think that at the end of 30 days, I'm going to feel completely differently about myself and my business and my clients. So think about working on a 30-day sprint. It's a new habit. It's a new tool. It's a new resource. And like any other tool or resource, it may take a minute to get used to. I don't want to lose this. I talked about it earlier, but I think this is really, really important. Some of us are more emotional. Some of us it comes super easy to express how we feel about people. And some of us don't think it's weird that we feel connected to our clients in an emotional way. If you're not that person, I'm going to invite you to become that person and to practice, because I think you'll do more harm than good if you start this gratitude sprint and you sound canned, robotic, artificial, fake, whatever you want to call it. If it doesn't feel sincere, I think you could actually cause more damage than good. So if you're going to take this on and you're somebody who's never done this before, or you're somebody who's not touchy-feely, who doesn't live in emotion very often, I invite you to practice. And you might have to record yourself. You might have to practice on a friend. You might have to practice on a peer accountability partner, your coach, whatever it is. I really do want you to get to the space that it flows naturally. I'm not saying create a script around it, because I'm not a huge fan of scripts, but I am encouraging you to practice making gratitude be authentic. Without it, it's just coming across as a business tactic, and your client or whoever is receiving it will know this. Tie this back to your brand. Gratitude is really clarity in action, right? So for me, I have a couple different brands, right? ReThink Coaching is my number one brand. Most of you know, or some of you know, that I'm launching a book. And in that book, the brand is about less over more. And in its purest form, both of those brands are significant to me. And I express gratitude out of both of those towards people, and it's just part of the brand of who I am. I'm going to do a better job of it. I'm admitting that I have not done the best job of making it a standard practice in either one of my businesses, but that's changing for 26, and that's the gift of learning. So I hope today you learned something valuable about gratitude and the impact it can have. I've said this about 5 times. I'm going to say it again. Expressing gratitude is going to change your chemical makeup and make you feel better. Whoever's receiving what you're expressing gratitude about is also going to be on the receiving end of the chemicals released in their brain, the feel-good chemicals that make them feel good. You make someone feel good, they're going to be connected to you. We live in a world where people are quick to criticize, quick to condemn, quick to make a crappy comment about them on social media. And if you stand out as the person that made them feel good, you're going to hold a different place in their world than you ever have before. So I'm going to invite you to join me on a gratitude script. All right, team, enjoy the rest of your week. I appreciate you being here. I'm grateful for you, and I truly do mean that. I'll talk to you soon. If you enjoyed listening to this podcast, you must come check out the Mindset Architect Group Coaching Program. It's our monthly program where we explore the power of your mindset, help you identify what you truly want in business and life, and then help you reach those goals. Come check us out at rethinkcoaching.com/group-program. That's rethinkcoaching.com/group-program. We'll see you there.